Today I'm going to use the sandboxes to tell this story called Animal School by George Reavis. He was the assistant superintendent of Cincinnati Public Schools in the 1940s. Many years ago, some animal parents got together and decided they wanted to start a school for their children. Up until that time, it had been the responsibility of the parents to teach their children the skills they all needed to know. But these parents wanted their children to learn from professional teachers, so they organized a school and they hired a staff. The teachers met and decided to provide a standardized educational curriculum to their animal students. They adopted an educational curriculum consisting of swimming, running, flying, and climbing. All the animals took all the subjects because it was important to them that no child be left behind. To ensure that the students were progressing satisfactorily, standardized achievement tests were administered to all students. Here's what happened. The ducks were excellent in swimming. In fact, the ducks were better than their teacher. But some of the ducks only made passing grades in flying. And all the ducks were very poor in running. Since they were so slow in running, they had to stay after school for remedial running practice. And they had to drop swimming in order to practice running during their swimming class time. This was kept up until all the ducks' webbed feet were very sore. And the ducks were so tired that soon they were only average in swimming. But average was acceptable in school, so nobody worried about that, except the ducks. And climbing for the ducks? Yeah, no, not so much. In running, the cats started at the top of their class. But the teachers were very concerned with the cat's tendency to lie down and snuggle and take a rest and have a bath. The cats got passing grades in climbing trees, but not in coming back down. And oh my goodness, the cats were not good at swimming. The cats had to stay after school and spend so much time in remedial swimming class. A lot of them developed some pretty severe fur problems because they were having to spend so much time in the pond. The parents got them a coach who did their best, but, they were just never going to be A students. And the cats failed flying. The squirrels were most excellent at climbing. In fact, they were the best students at climbing a standardized tree. But the squirrels wanted to fly by first climbing the trees, then spreading their paws and gliding down, which is how they do it. But in flying class, the teacher made them start on the ground. And the squirrels were not mastering the course material. So every day, the squirrels had therapy. A flying therapist took the squirrels and made them do front paw exercises to strengthen their muscles and practice learning to fly the right way. The squirrels' paws hurt so much from this overexertion that some of them only got a C in climbing. Some of the squirrels failed climbing altogether. And this is what happened with the squirrels in running class. Yeah. And maybe you can guess what happened in swimming class. The owls were total, definite problem children. In climbing class, the owls beat all the others to the top of the tree, but they insisted on using their own way to get there, and they were very stubborn about it. The owl said that clearly it was the goal that mattered, and it was quite right for owls to get to the treetop by flying. Owls received top marks and gold stars and scholarships in their flying class. Everyone else was made to study what they did and try to emulate them. Unfortunately, the owl lost the scholarship because they refused to get in the pond, and the owls wouldn't even land in running class. So how do you think the story ends? Are we still asking some squirrel kids to fly starting on the ground? Are there still cat children in remedial swim class? And what about the occasional cat who loves to swim and play in the water? How can we help cats continue to love playing in the water? Hopefully we learn that every squirrel is a perfectly wonderful squirrel. And ducks need to swim and play in the water without worrying about running. Just doesn't work to try and compare us to each other. We gotta be ourselves to be happy.